and welcome back to Sundays in the Garden. If you're new here, my name's Sarah, and on this channel I share all of the things I get up to in my English cottage garden and allotment. Today I'm taking you back to Britain's best gardens. This was a place that loads of you connected with last time, and there was lots and lots of lovely comments, likes and new subscribers from my video at Barnsdale Gardens. If you would like to see my return visits, please don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video, and also if there's anything in particular at Barnsdale you'd like me to share with you, then please comment below so I know to look out for it on my next visit. Do you mind? Huh? Goodness. Fighting magpies. I visit Barnsdale every few weeks, and I'm going to be taking some videos as it changes throughout the seasons as we explore together. If you've never heard of Barnsdale, I'll just give you a quick overview. Known as a theme park for gardeners, Barnsdale is an 8-acre site with 38 different show gardens, from cottage gardens to woodland gardens, rose gardens to vegetable gardens. Many associate Barnsdale with Jeff Hamilton, the much-loved presenter on BBC's Gardener's World many years ago. I can't wait to see how it's all changed now that spring is in full force, and I look forward to sharing it with you. So without further ado, let's get going. Garden number 1 is the modern estate garden. This area is about the size of the average estate house garden, and it includes a patio area, a lawn area and some borders either side. There is also a curved path which leads to the structure as a focal point at the back of the garden, creating a visual and a physical journey through the garden. So many beautiful wisteria buds on this wisteria plant now, and I can't wait to see how it looks in a few months' time. Garden area number 2 is this rock feature, built with some sandstone rocks. They are laid out in a pavement type design, allowing the homeowner to walk amongst the plants. Next we walk past the wildflower meadow, in spring filled with beautiful spring bulbs, and in the summer filled with wildflowers. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one develops over the next few months. Garden number 3 is the Memorial Garden, an area of the garden specifically designated for the memory of Jeff Hamilton, the much-loved gardener and presenter on BBC's Gardener's World, who created and designed this wonderful place. Garden number 4 is the Gentleman's Cottage Garden. Please feel free to pause these sections of the video so you can take your time and read the information presented to you. I wonder what's going to appear in here. My dad loved these euphorbia, very different to the ones we have in our garden with the green frothy flowers, but really beautiful. And these climbing roses are going to be absolutely stunning. Garden number 5 is the Artisan's Cottage Garden. I love this garden because it reminds me a lot of the allotment area at the back of our garden and gives me some ideas of things I could do with the area. Some beautiful roses and peonies in this garden too. Garden number 6, the reclaimed garden. This garden was made almost entirely out of recycled materials, from things such as railway sleepers and floorboards. Garden number 7, the artificial rock garden. Inspired by the rapidly disintegrating limestone slabs that were often common in gardens of the time. Garden number 8, the stream and bog garden, a really tranquil place, which is a haven for wildlife of all kinds. The gently meandering water is enough to soothe the soul of anyone lucky enough to spend a moment in time here. Garden number 9 is the first time garden, a garden aimed at anyone who is starting a garden for the first time, built on simple design principles and simple planting. Garden number 10 is the Jeff Hamilton winter border. Garden number 11 is the Penstemon and hosta beds. Some beautiful examples already, but I can't wait to see how it develops. The cutting garden is garden number 12. Where the daffodils stood last month, the tulip have taken their place, but they are now nearly finished too, as we've had a much earlier season this year. And I look forward to seeing what grows in this cutting garden in the months ahead. The woodland was Jeff Hamilton's favourite garden here at Barnsdale. And it's not hard to see why. From the moment you walk in, you're filled with a sense of tranquility and well-being. We all sat down and took a moment to pause and reflect, and it wasn't long before we all decided this was our favourite garden at Barnsdale too. What a beautiful camellia. Garden number 14 is the wildlife garden, a garden specifically designed with wildlife in mind. With carefully chosen planting and a lovely wildlife pond, this garden was designed to attract as many garden visitors as possible. As I walked under these beautiful structures, I realised they were covered with the most amazing and well-established climbing roses. I can't wait to see how this area develops in the summer months. Please consider subscribing if you would like to join me on my next garden tour at Barnsdale, which will be taking place in the summer months, when all of these roses will be in full bloom. Garden number 15 was my husband's favourite, the Japanese garden. We couldn't enter the garden area today due to some structural work that was taking place, but you could see it beautifully through the fence in all its glory. Another area that in the summer I think is going to look absolutely spectacular. Look at that breathtaking blossom. Garden number 16 was inspired by the beautiful gardens of Versailles in Paris. For the rest of the video, I'm going to leave you to enjoy the gardens at your leisure, and I'll just introduce each garden as we arrive in it. Garden number 17, the Rose Garden. Garden number 18, the Children's Garden. Garden number 19, the Formal Pool and Knot Garden. Garden number 20, the Fruit Orchard. Garden 21, the parterre garden. A great one to pause and read here if you're interested in starting composting. Garden 22, and the largest area we've seen so far, the allotment. Garden number 23, the Mediterranean garden. This is another one I can't wait to see how it unfolds in the summer months, as I imagine the Mediterranean garden comes into its own in the warmer weather. Garden number 24, the ornamental kitchen garden. Number 25, the apple arch. Number 26, the woodland walk. Garden number 27, a plantsman's garden. Don't forget you can pause the video if you'd like to take a closer look at some of the information boards I've been sharing. Garden number 28, and another firm favourite for me, a cottage garden. As I come through these gates and walk under the arches, I notice that they too are all covered with beautiful climbing roses, and I cannot wait to see how they develop in the summer months. If you would like to see too, please don't forget to subscribe so you can join me on my next tour of Barnsdale in the summer months. Number 34, Courtyard Gardens. We'll revisit some of the gardens I've missed later in the video. Garden number 35, the Town Paradise Garden. Garden number 36, a country paradise garden. Number 37, a garden studio. A common sight in many back gardens these days, where more people than ever are working from home, a garden studio can be a great addition to any garden. This garden studio also doubles up as an education studio, where Barnsdale hold many of their educational workshops. Their website has lots of details about all the different things they offer. Back to garden number 31, the herb garden, and this is a great example of how much can be grown in a small space. Before we popped into the beautiful tea room to get some tea and cake, I managed to sneak back to garden number 32, a kitchen garden. This was a garden I particularly liked because it reminded me a lot of the allotment area at the back of my own garden. Any of my regular followers will probably know what I mean. And then it was back inside for some well-earned tea. The Helenium Tea Room has a wide selection of cakes on offer, and it's the perfect place to sit back and relax and discuss your favourite gardens at Barnsdale. They even do art. Then it was into the shop to have a look at what they have on offer, including mugs here, gift wrap, garden tools, and jams and preserves in the garden pantry, and not forgetting some gift cards too. Then just time to pop out to the nursery and see many of the plants that are propagated here at Barnsdale available to buy. I picked up an Alchemilla mollis. And that's it for another wonderful trip to Barnsdale. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next week for my own garden tour for April. Take care.